Welcome to your ultimate guide to hiking in New Zealand, a land where mountains rise from misty fjords, ancient forests hum with life, and every trail leads to a jaw-dropping view. If you're dreaming of wide-open landscapes, crystal-clear alpine lakes, remote beaches, and rugged volcanic terrain, you're in the right place. In this video, we're exploring the top 10 hiking trails in New Zealand, from world-famous great walks to lesser-known paths that feel like your own private adventure. Whether you're an experienced trekker or a first-time hiker, we've got something for every level, with insider tips, hidden gems, and practical advice to make your trip unforgettable. Now, you might have heard of the Milford Track or the Tongariro Alpine crossing, and yes, we'll be diving into those iconic hikes. But we'll also uncover unique experiences you might not expect, like natural hot springs in the wilderness, glowworm-lit caves, and the chance to see wild kiwi birds under the stars. This isn't just a list of trails. It's a full travel companion, packed with planning tips, cultural insights, and recommendations that most guidebooks miss. We'll help you understand when to go, what to pack, and how to stay safe, especially on remote or alpine terrain where weather conditions change in an instant. Plus, we'll highlight the best seasons for each hike, what kind of gear you'll need, and even tell you about a trail where you can kayak part of the journey or soak in a natural hot pool at the end of the day. Grab your boots, lace them up, and get ready, because New Zealand isn't just a destination, it's a wild, soul-stirring experience, and this video will help you plan your path through it. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's begin our journey across the breathtaking landscapes of New Zealand, one unforgettable trail at a time. We're starting with the legendary Milford Track, Fiordland National Park. Known around the world as the finest walk in the world, the Milford Track truly lives up to the hype. Spanning 53.5 kilometers, this 4-day hike takes you deep into the heart of Fiordland National Park. You'll pass through ancient rainforest, traverse swing bridges above rushing rivers, and climb into high alpine territory for views that seem to stretch forever. But here's something you might not know. To hike the Milford Track, you must go one direction, from Glade Wharf to Sandfly Point, and stay in 3 specific huts managed by New Zealand's Department of Conservation, or DOC. Spots fill up fast, often months in advance, so early booking is essential. Midway through the hike, you'll reach the iconic McKinnon Pass. At over 1,100 meters above sea level, this is the high point of the trail, both physically and emotionally. You'll be rewarded with panoramic views of jagged peaks, glacial valleys, and far-off waterfalls tumbling down sheer cliffs. And speaking of waterfalls, you'll also pass Sutherland Falls, one of the tallest waterfalls in the Southern Hemisphere, plunging over 580 meters in 3 majestic tiers. Pro tip: hike in late spring or early autumn if you want to avoid the summer crowds and enjoy clearer trails, but always be ready for rain. This is Fiordland, after all. Number 2. Tongariro Alpine Crossing, Tongariro National Park. Next up, a landscape straight from another planet. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing is often considered the best one-day hike in New Zealand, and possibly one of the best in the world. It covers 19.4 kilometers of volcanic terrain, winding through craters, steaming vents, and surreal lakes colored emerald and turquoise by volcanic minerals. Now, here's what sets this hike apart. It's not just about the stunning views. This land is deeply spiritual to the Maori people. You'll be hiking across territory that's sacred to the Ngāti Tuwharetoa Iwi, who have generously gifted this land to the nation for everyone to enjoy, with respect. Along the way, you'll pass the Red Crater, an active vent that emits sulfuric steam, and the famous Emerald Lakes. These mineral-rich pools are as mesmerizing in person as they are in photos. But don't touch, they're acidic and delicate. Fun fact: parts of Tongariro served as filming locations for Mount Doom in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Pro tip: start early, really early. Not just to beat the crowds,
but because weather in alpine zones changes fast, and winds can pick up dangerously in the afternoon. Number 3. The Routeburn Track, linking 2 national parks. The Routeburn Track is a showstopper. This 32-kilometer trail links Mount Aspiring and Fiordland national parks, offering an epic journey across alpine ridges, ice-carved valleys, and high-altitude lakes. But what makes it really special? Unlike many other tracks, this one quickly takes you into elevated landscapes. Within hours, you'll be above the tree line, looking out over dramatic U-shaped valleys carved by ancient glaciers. You'll stay in well-maintained dock huts, including the famous Routeburn Falls hut, which sits right above a tumbling waterfall and offers some of the best stargazing on the trail. Here's a little-known detail. This area is home to New Zealand's rare blue duck, or Theo, which you might spot in fast-flowing streams. But only if you're lucky and quiet. Pro tip: pack for cold, even in summer. Temperatures can drop sharply at night, especially at high altitudes. Number 4. Able Tasman Coast Track, sun, sand, and seclusion. Looking for a hiking trail that feels like a tropical holiday? Then the Able Tasman Coast Track is for you. Stretching 60 kilometers along the northern tip of the South Island, this trail winds through golden sand beaches, native bush, and sparkling coves perfect for swimming or kayaking. What sets this trail apart is its flexibility. You can hike it end to end in 3 to 5 days, or mix and match sections by water taxi. Many travelers choose to kayak part of the route, giving you a completely different view of the coastline. A hidden gem here is Cleopatra's Pool, a natural swimming hole with a moss-lined rock slide tucked into the forest. Not many hikers take the short detour to find it, but it's absolutely worth the stop. Pro tip: be aware of tides. Several estuaries must be crossed at low tide, or you'll face long detours inland. Number 5. The Kepler Track, looping through Fiordland. The Kepler Track is a well-designed, 60-kilometer loop that showcases Fiordland's diverse ecosystems, alpine ridges, mossy beach forests, and lake shore wetlands. What many people don't realize is that the Kepler was built specifically to relieve pressure on older tracks like Milford and Routeburn, so it's got thoughtful infrastructure, wide trails, and beautifully placed huts. Day 1 features a relentless uphill climb through forest, until you emerge above the clouds near Luxmore Hut. From there, the views are non-stop. Here's a hidden highlight. Just behind Luxmore Hut is a short trail to the Luxmore Caves, limestone caverns you can explore with a headlamp. Most hikers skip it. Don't be one of them. Pro tip: watch for kea, the alpine parrots known for their curiosity and mischief. They will unzip your backpack and steal your lunch. Number 6. The Heaphy Track, a wild and varied journey. The Heaphy Track is a long-distance trail for those who want serious variety. At 78 kilometers, it takes about 4 to 6 days to complete, crossing tussock downs, dense rainforest, limestone cliffs, and finally, remote west coast beaches lined with nikau palms. Here's what makes the Heaphy truly unique. It's one of the only multi-day trails in New Zealand open to both hikers and mountain bikers, during certain seasons. This trail is also a haven for unusual plant and bird life. You might spot the native weta, a large insect unique to New Zealand, or hear the haunting call of the great spotted kiwi. Pro tip: the west coast is famously wet, so pack waterproof everything, boots, jacket, and a rain cover for your backpack. Number 7. Rakiura Track, Stewart Island's hidden treasure. If you want to escape the mainland and find solitude, head to Stewart Island and hike the Rakiura Track. It's a 32-kilometer, 3-day loop through dense rainforest and along wild coastlines. And here's the big draw. Stewart Island is one of the best places in New Zealand to see kiwi birds in the wild. Night hikes often reveal these flightless nocturnal creatures foraging on the forest floor. It's a magical experience you won't get anywhere else. Also worth noting, the island's lack of light pollution makes it one of the top stargazing spots in the southern hemisphere. On clear nights, you may even catch a glimpse of the aurora australis, or southern lights. Pro tip: pack insect repellent. The local sandflies are aggressive and very persistent. Number 8. Copeland Track, a natural spa in the wild. Looking for a hike that ends with a soak in natural hot pools? Check out the Copeland Track, a 17-kilometer trek that leads to Welcome Flat Hut, home to steaming geothermal pools surrounded by mountains. This trail follows the Copeland River, crossing swing bridges and slipping through temperate rainforest. And while it's not considered a technical trail, it does have river crossings and slippery sections, so good boots are a must. Here's a cool fact: you can often see glowworms near the hot pools after dark. Just sit quietly, let your eyes adjust, and watch the tiny lights appear around the rocks. Pro tip: don't forget your swimsuit, and pack a small towel in a dry bag. Number 9. The Traverse Sabine Circuit. For the experienced hiker, this one's for those who want a challenge. The Traverse Sabine Circuit is a rugged, 80-plus kilometer route through Nelson Lakes National Park. It can take anywhere from 5 to 8 days, depending on your pace and whether you detour to Lake Angeles, which you should. The route climbs to Traverse Saddle, a high alpine pass with sweeping views of the river valleys far below. But you'll need good fitness and navigation skills, as well as a sense of adventure. This trail is far less traveled than New Zealand's Great Walks, so you may go hours without seeing another soul. But that's the reward: real wilderness and absolute quiet. Pro tip: carry a personal locator beacon. Cell service is non-existent in most of this area. Number 10. Lake Waikaremoana Track, mystical forests and Maori culture. Finally, we end with the deeply spiritual Lake Waikaremoana Track, a 46-kilometer journey through Te Uriwira, a land no longer classified as a national park, but rather a legal entity in its own right, recognized as a living being with personhood. This is a place of misty rainforests, giant podocarp trees, and ancient legends. You'll walk along ridgelines high above the lake, descend into thick bush, and pass sacred sites rich in Maori history. A hidden gem here is Korokoro Falls, a stunning waterfall tucked into the bush that feels like it belongs in a storybook. Pro tip: speak to the local Tuho guides. Their stories will deepen your understanding of the land and make your experience truly unforgettable. And there you have it, 10 unforgettable hikes across New Zealand that will challenge your legs, open your lungs, and completely expand your view of the world. If this video helped you plan your next adventure, or if it simply sparked your wanderlust, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic travel guides, and share this video with a fellow adventurer. Have a favorite New Zealand trail? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear about your journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and keep exploring.